All right, Jaylen, getting through this for you. Sorry it took me so long to get to yours. All right, let's check it out. We're going to give you a full speed run and then we'll break it down frame by frame and kind of give you some feedback here. All righty, so first thing we're going to look at here is kind of just posture in the blocks. We want to see good pressure on the pedals, especially this back pedal here. So we're going to kind of zoom in on this here, and we want to make sure that we see good pressure here on the block. So we want to see that foot up against that block pedal. So let's see if we get in a good set position and good pressure on that foot. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna come out of there. All right, now I'm looking at angles here. So I want to see 90 degrees on the front angle here. So I'm looking for a good 90-degree angle here, here. Okay, so we're looking pretty good there. And then we want to be about 135 on this back leg. And we're pretty close to that. It looks good. So I'm happy with that as well. So we're going to get good angles here and here. All right, coming out of there, we're going to delete those off. All right, so now we're going to look at first step. Okay, so we want to see good push. We want to see compression with both feet. That tells me that you're pushing out with both feet. So as I kind of come here, see the foam kind of squeeze down on the back foot and then the front, and that looks pretty good. All right, now moving on to the next thing. I'm gonna freeze it here. I'm gonna look at the shin angle, okay, coming out. So that foot coming out has a nice low shin, okay? So I'm looking at this right leg here. I'm looking at this path of your shin, which is good. Okay, we don't want to be vertical. We want to be parallel to the track like that. Okay, and you're pretty good. All right, moving on. Okay, we're going to step out with that front foot. See good extension here. I see a nice solid line from shoulders all the way down to ankle. Okay, so that's great. Okay, I'm getting a big sweep with the arms. The front angle is still tight, which is good. We want it like that. And you're going to be pretty big with that back arm so we can sync up the timing. This looks good, so we're improving really well. Okay, I also like that this heel, you've got a really good angle here. We don't want to let this shin get out too far, okay, where it's like blocking like that. That would not be good. So you're keeping the shin good. Okay, let's roll a little bit. Okay, good. We're still good. Okay, the shin angle is matching our posture up top. A little get open as we get to it, but you're stepping back. What I like is we were watching some of these other guys, and as they get tip out here, they start to kind of already strike back towards the track. Okay, so you got a little better. I think later in this session I was telling you to be a little quicker, right? So you can tell with your angle you're kind of hanging right about here and waiting for the foot to drop. You can be more active. Okay, when you get there, just start pulling this foot back. Okay, and we worked on that yesterday. That's why we're kind of working on resistance band and running with a partner. Okay, because we want to strike. Remember, we want this foot. Okay, to strike behind this hip. Okay, so we don't want to be right underneath it. We actually, when we're taking these first few steps, we want to try to be a little bit behind. Okay, and again, think like when we were driving with those bands. Okay, if you're pushing a sled, your foot's going to strike the ground a little bit under your hip. Now, as we roll a little further and when you finally make contact, you are behind, okay? So I would say that you are a little bit behind, okay? And this is improved for you, so that's good. I think we can be a little better, and that comes with just kind of, as you get to there, start to step down, right? And you're there. I'm kind of splitting hairs, okay? But I think that you could, instead of just kind of floating there, be active and push into the ground, okay? All right, looking at the next step, okay, we're getting good, before we move on to the next step, I'm gonna look at this ankle stiffness, okay, so we're looking at this foot, okay, we're trying to see how much squish we're getting, right? Are we squishing down? Yeah, we're in flats, so we're gonna get a little bit of squish. We don't want the heel to touch, okay, that's good ankle stiffness, okay, watching this leg come through now, Okay, we've got a good angle. Okay, we're coming through. See if the heel recovers. Good. So this is good. Okay, we're keeping a good low toe. Could be a little lower, but it's not bad. Okay, better ankle. Okay, ankle's there. Good push through. Okay, let me look at one other thing here. Okay, the other point of emphasis is that we're doing pretty well with these knees close to each other. So this is another thing I look at when the foot gets loaded. How close are the knees together? The closer the gap, the better. So we're looking good there. So we're looking at the distance between the knees. Okay, and if I'm to measure that, that's pretty good. Okay, the further away they are, the just more out of position you are. Okay, let's see if we stay low. Slide. Okay, step 2. Okay, again, you can kind of see a little bit of a hang here, right? So we're trying to get a little bit flatter with your trajectory. Push. Okay, good rip here with the arms. There's the rip. Okay, that back arm's already starting to shorten. So we're starting to quicken that cadence up. That's good. And here's our touchdown. Okay, this is starting to get a little bit out away from us too quick. So we're straight back. We still want to be a little bit behind the hip on step 2, 3, 4 as we accelerate. All right, let's see how the ankle stiffness is. Okay, we're actually starting to lose our angle here a little bit. So you see how this foot starts to swing out. Okay, it's not that much. You got a good angle right here. What I want you to do is just be more down into the track at this point. Okay, so as this foot swings out to the front, push down, back and down from there. And if you do that, you're going to strike more back here. Okay, and that's kind of, that's kind of more the line I'm looking for. Okay, as your foot comes down, we want to be more in this second circle. Okay, you're kind of, if I let it roll, kind of floating out, drifting. Okay, so you could be more active with this foot. Okay, pulling it back earlier. All right, and then as we move on, good ankle stiffness. I mean, I'm being pretty technical here. I think overall this is a much improved block start from where you came from. So yeah, we'll keep working it. Good job.